Hello, coffee connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Coffee Snob Reviews. I'm your host, the Coffee Snob, and today we're doing Blueberry Bomb by Player One Coffee. Let's game. Like I said, we're doing Blueberry Bomb by Player One. I'm really excited to get into this coffee. I've been a gamer for as long as I can remember, with my first console technically being my parents' NES, but my very first console being the N64. A console with games and memories that I still to this day cherish. So I am beyond excited to be trying some game-themed coffee. And I'm always a fan of blueberry as well. So what do you say we get into this and see what it smells like? So just by ripping this off, I can already smell the blueberry. It is very potent, it's very powerful, and I'm really looking forward to trying this. Oh. It's funny because the further you are away from the bag, the more you can smell the blueberry. Once I stick my whole head inside the bag, it smells more like a really good medium roast coffee, and that's wild to me. But this has a very good coffee scent to it, alongside of a very potent and refreshing blueberry scent. If this coffee tastes how it smells, it is going to be absolutely incredible. But my fellow gamers and coffee connoisseurs, there's only one way to find out, so what do you say we go and get this brewing? While we wait for the coffee to brew, I want to talk to you a little bit about Blueberry Bomb, as well as Player One Coffee. On the front of the bag, you can see here indicated with the 2 hearts filled that we are working with a medium roast coffee, and of course, it's whole bean because we all know that I love whole bean coffee. And on the back of the bag, they have their story as well as directions for brewing. Their story reads, "Hey there, we're Player One Coffee. We're a small batch coffee roaster located in Salt Lake City, Utah. Our coffee is thoughtfully roasted to develop each roast incredible flavor profile. We're coffee nerds with over 20 years of combined experience roasting coffee, and we're here to bring our creations to the world. We hope you enjoy the carefully crafted coffee inside the bag. After all, we roasted it just for you." Roasting coffee just for you is what I would call a pro gamer move. Their website also has a really cool About Us section, and what caught my eye is that in 2017 they put their combined knowledge to the test, starting a business for people like them, creative people and travelers, as well as those actively seeking top quality kindling for the fire fueling their passions. And with that being said, this seems like the perfect kindling to fuel my passion, which is this coffee review channel. Player One offers a wide variety of coffees, both traditional as well as flavored. They even offer cold brew coffee. Player One Coffee also offers cocoa for those of you that don't necessarily enjoy coffee. Because I know I have a couple of friends out there that watch my channel even though you don't like coffee, and I see you and I appreciate you. They even have a subscription service that offers flavors only available through the subscription. And I think that might be something that I have to try one of these days. Either way, it seems like Player One Coffee has exactly what you need to keep your head in the game. But my fellow coffee connoisseurs, I just heard my coffee maker beep, which means it is time to try this coffee, and I cannot wait. Let's go! So we're back. This is taste number 1, unsweetened. Cheers, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. So the coffee has a very sweet scent to it, a faint hint of blueberry. Overall, it does not have a acidic scent to it. And it has the scent of a very pleasant medium roast coffee. I'm very excited to try this. Oh, that's good. I'm really impressed with that. Okay, so to start off, when you sip the coffee, initially you get a very good medium coffee flavor. Afterwards, once you swallow the coffee, you get a surprisingly more predominant flavor of blueberry than what I expected. It's not super strong. Normally with these flavored coffees, once you swallow it, you get a faint aftertaste of the flavor, this one stands out a little bit more in the aftertaste, and I appreciate that. That makes me think that once we sweeten this coffee, it's really gonna pop that blueberry flavor, and I really look forward to trying that. I also want to add that there's virtually no bitterness to this coffee, even unsweetened, and that's really awesome. That's something that I really appreciate. So the coffee almost has a natural sweetness to it, in my opinion. But my fellow coffee connoisseurs, what do you say we go and add a little bit of sweetener to this coffee and see what it does to it? So we're back. This is taste number 2. I have 2 packets of stevia in the raw, my preferred sweetener of choice. Let's go ahead and get it added and see what it does to the coffee. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. That's good. Oh, yeah. That's really good. So when you first sip this coffee, the first thing you're going to notice is a good, rich, medium flavored coffee. It's not too bold, it's not too light. Before you swallow the coffee, you're also going to start to taste the blueberry. However, it's not as powerful as what I anticipated it was going to be based off of how it smelled. But that's not necessarily a negative. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Because I kind of feel like if the blueberry were a little bit more strong than what it is, it would almost be a little bit too blueberry flavored, especially for my personal liking. Now, once you've swallowed this coffee, that blueberry, it turns into a very sweet aftertaste. There's a lot going on with this coffee. There's a lot going on with the dynamic of this coffee. I'm very impressed with this. I'm very impressed with the dynamic of this coffee. I also do want to add that I really feel like the sweetener really does bring out the natural sweetness of the coffee. So, of course, when you add sweetener to the coffee, it's going to make it sweeter. But when we tried this without any kind of sweetener in it, there was virtually no bitterness to this coffee. And so I really feel like the sweetener magnifies the natural sweetness in this coffee. And that's honestly something that is really cool. But my fellow gamers and coffee connoisseurs, I'm curious, and this is a flavored coffee, so what do you say we go put a little bit of creamer in it and see what that does to the body of this coffee? So we're back. This is taste number 3, sweetened with some creamer. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thanks for watching. Ooh, that changed it a lot. Wow. So with the creamer added, it changes it quite significantly. When you initially sip the coffee, you get the blueberry flavor almost immediately. It takes away from the medium coffee flavor that you get from trying it unsweetened as well as sweetened. And then once you swallow the coffee, that sweet aftertaste is amplified, almost a little bit too much for my personal liking. However, if you have watched this channel for quite some time, you know that I prefer my coffee black with no sugar. So, of course, it would be too sweet for my liking. If you like sweet coffee, I would definitely drink this coffee sweetened with some creamer. Because in all honesty, it almost gives it like a blueberries and cream kind of vibe. Not quite on point with that, but very close. All in all, I have to say I'm pretty impressed with this coffee. Kudos to Player One for a great cup of coffee. Personally, I enjoyed it both unsweetened as well as with the sweetener. And this was a really great experience, and I'm very thankful to have gotten to try it. And I definitely would say that I recommend Player One Coffee, especially this coffee, for the late night game sessions. Let's face it, we're all getting older. We've got responsibilities. Gaming always gets pushed back later and later, so if you want to have a good game session, you're going to be up quite late. Couple Player One Coffee will definitely set you right. But my fellow coffee connoisseurs, I want to go play some video games, so that's about all the time that I have for coffee review videos today. If you want to try Player One Coffee, I will have a link to their website in the description of this video below. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate you watching. I really do appreciate you. And be sure to let me know what your favorite video game is in the comment section. And I hope to see you on the next one. Peace out, gamers. So, how many of you noticed my shirt change through the video? If you didn't notice, or you don't believe me, go back and rewatch the video. What kind of room is Mario way too big to fit inside of? A mushroom. What's the most famous video game console in France? Nintendo Wii. To quote Smash Mouth, "Hey now, you've got some coffee, turn the game on, go play," or whatever they said. Why was the gamer's computer cold? They had too many windows open. Gamers that wear glasses don't have bad eyesight, they have bad resolution. But it's not exactly faint either. Normally with these favor, as well as the tongue-tied, wow. So we're back. This is taste number 2, sweetened. I have 2 packs.